Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Monday. It's January the 9th, 2012, after the close on January the 9th, and we've got four major markets to look at today, so let's check this out. We're going to start off looking at Australia's markets, the AORD. This is actually trying to reverse to the upside. It's been a laggard here compared to the overall other averages out there, except for some of the Asian markets. But overall, this is still attempting to reverse to the upside. And as long as she maintains this low point here, as we talked about on Friday's market analysis, as long as she maintains that, we're still have a bullish bias to this particular chart as an attempt of testing this previous high over here. So you can keep an eye on it. If the U.S. markets get really bullish on news that we're getting out from the earnings, like you just now got news from Alcoa, if you continue to see positive news like that, you're going to see a much stronger move by the U.S. markets, and that will lift, rising tide lifts all boats, so to speak. So you can look at Australia to follow higher as well. So keep an eye on that. But like I said, as long as it maintains this low point here is being strong, you find buy pressure anytime you come down toward this level, then you can actually see a move higher coming soon. Okay, looking here at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, like I said last week, I expect the markets, the U.S. markets, to continue moving higher this week, but I'm not bullish on the Dow Jones Industrial Average at the moment. What we have here, we had a nice couple of trades here that you could have made money on. It's all fine and dandy. Here you had a sell signal, but I wouldn't have taken that. Told you I expect a breakout to the upside, and that's what's happened. And I'm seeing a nice little move back to the upside again here on Monday here in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. However, like I pointed out Friday, I'm not a bull here because of what I'm seeing in the overall chart. You've got this uptrend here that looks respectable. However, if we draw a trend line on the highs, we can see this is a rising wedge pattern, and it's not a bullish signal. Actually, these tend to reverse to the downside. It doesn't have to happen immediately. It could still be really early here, and we can also continue to trend with an upward bias here within this channel. But I can find better charts to go long on than this one right now. Okay, so that's my view on Dow Jones. It's moving up, but it's moving up and preparing to form a top. You'll also notice that you've got this high point here, and the corresponding high here is trending up, while the same thing being indicated by the ultimate oscillator is trending down. This is a bearish divergence. It also takes time to develop before you start selling it, but keep an eye on it. I think you're going to keep pressing higher, especially with the news. As long as earnings are better than expected, you'll keep pressing higher, and then you're going to form a top, and that top's going to have the bottom fall out, and she's going to come crashing down. So I'd be leery on this particular one. Okay, now let's have a look at the French CAC market. You know that last Friday I was talking about this one. Told you this sell-off we've had going on here, I don't believe it's the end of the uptrend and then starting a major sell-off. I believe it's a counter trend move before we attempt to make another move higher. One of the telltale signs you can see that will kind of signal that for you, if you didn't notice it already, you've had 4 consecutive days to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look anywhere on this chart, and you will find that that's actually in the high average area. So to expect to see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's kind of insane. You're going to actually get a reversal. So you've had 4 consecutive days to the downside and really haven't done much. You've just kind of pulled back a little bit down to this middle Bollinger Band line. What I would do if I was short, if you are short out there, I take my stop loss limit that was way up here, advance it down to the high of this particular candlestick right there. If she turns around on you, you're out. You don't want to be short that because you got a lot of potential to the upside if it gets really bullish out there. So yeah, I wouldn't be really a strong bear at this point in time on this particular chart. It's actually quite bullish. The German DAX market, or DAX, is actually a little bit weaker version of the French markets. You've got the same consolidation period, 4 consecutive days to the downside here, and you're a little bit more, I don't know, a little more downside potential here because you're not pulled back as smooth as the Canada, the French markets, and you haven't pulled back as far away from the ultimate oscillator's overbought reading as you have on the French market. So it's not as bullish right now, but you're seeing the same exact pattern. You've had this move to the upside here, took out previous highs here, pulled back down, made a series of higher lows, advanced back up to the previous, and you'll notice the close was higher than the previous close. Now we're pulling back down ever so slightly. Just keep an eye on it. I think personally you got another move going to the upside again, so you're going to finish this move out to the downside and then make this move higher, or attempt to at least. And that would be worrisome if I were a bear right now. I wouldn't want to be a really strong short right now. If you are short, I would advance my stop to the high of this candlestick. Just draw yourself a little stop line right there. If she turns around on you and triggers you out, then just step out. It's a lot easier than trying to fight a bullish trend, and this is in fact a bullish trend. Be sure to check out our nightly market analysis videos. We cover Monday through Thursday 4 different major markets that you may need to know about, and on Friday we cover 16 major markets, so you know everything I know heading into the weekend. Okay? God bless, take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.